What's up, guys? Welcome to a very special episode of the Pyro-Mine Podcast. Today I'm joined by my good friends, Simmie and Ultra.
Hello, hello. Welcome.
Hello.
And today we are going to be interviewing a very important member of the SEGA HARDlight team. Everyone, please give a warm welcome to Odinson.
Yo.
I would heavily disagree on the very important part, but hey guys, how's it going?
Bro, you've done a lot for the game over the years, and we really appreciate you, man.
I've tried. In all honesty, it's been ups and downs of times where you just don't want to try and times where you really want to try, and it's sticking it out.
Understandable.
Yeah,
That's fair.
It's fatigue is what it is. Yeah.
But yeah, we want to thank you so much for your time. It's super exciting and really cool that we're able to do this. And without further ado, let's get into the questions. So, our first question is, how long have you been working for SEGA HARDlight?
Dead. Easy, nice, short, easy one. I've been working for 7.5 years at SEGA HARDlight now.
Ooh.
Talking February 2019 coming in.
That's a long time.
Oh, so your anniversary, dang. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
What you did for your anniversary? Do you guys have any special thing you do for every time you hit your anniversary?
So there came a point after sort of COVID pandemics and things where the company started doing length of service badges. So every sort of year anniversary we'll get given a new badge with the amount of stars on it for the years and different characters. They're all in a little display case in my drawers at work, and then it's just on us as a person. It's kind of the thing where not everyone does it, but a lot do it, where if they want to celebrate their anniversary, they'll bring some sort of treats into the office and just say, hey, it's my anniversary. There's loads of stuff in the kitchen, like brownies, sweets, chocolate, whatever. Just dig in.
That's so cool. It sounds it reminds me of Call of Duty Prestige. You get it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool, right?
By the way,
Alright.
Ultra, you're the next question.
Yeah, all right. So, what is your favorite part about your job?
I mean, the knee-jerk joke response for me would be saying getting paid, because everyone likes getting paid.
All right, fair enough.
But also, it's not true, because the games industry is a harsh mistress that pays a lot less than the tech industry. So, my favorite thing about HARDlight and my job is 100% the people I work with. If I didn't like most of them, then I wouldn't have been there for so long. Every other games job before this has kind of been around the 2-year mark before kind of moving on. And then this being 7.5 is just a testament to how good some of these colleagues are. There's some incredibly intelligent people, people there that just do magic stuff. Our engineers, insane. Yeah, Sean's incredible, man. He not only that, we have a good sense of humor between us, and if there's something I don't understand, he just explains it in a way that maybe if he goes too technical, I just say, yo, dial it back. Explain to me like I'm an idiot, and then the engineers just sort of verify it or explain it simpler.
Whenever I talked to Sheen before about stuff in the game, he would explain it very well. And he also told me about a lot of the stuff he did. He did a lot of things for the game.
Yeah, it's especially stuff off his own back, in his training time. He's just oh, I think I can improve this or I can modify this. He was one of the ones that I think helped see some of the things the community was saying, or I would just badger him all the time,
Oh, power of teamwork.
I mean, it helps that Ultra was doing the same,
Oh,
Well, that's
Wow.
awesome, man. It's really cool to hear that you're able to build these relationships through this. Yeah, it's really cool.
So, I have a question. What's your favorite character to play in the game, and what will make them so fun and enjoyable for you?
I'm gonna cheat, and it's not just gonna be a one single answer, if that's okay.
Okay.
And
That's
there's a few reasons why. Like, so if we're talking outright most used, then Omega is up there. Just he was one of my favorite commons. I just like the big robot, man. I think he's cool.
You know what's funny?
It's a
Linebacker
cool name.
Omega. Linebacker
Yeah.
Omega is my favorite.
I mean, I'm not a huge NFL guy. Like my partner is the Mexican American, so her brothers are kind of into NFL, and I'm kind of getting there. But yeah, the other football for me. But that's a teaser for a different question later. So Galahad, for a time, was up there, like after his release.
Oh, I remember you told me you really liked the design of his boost, like the
Yeah.
particles great.
100%. That's exactly the notes I have on my screen to help me. The guy, he's not like the company anymore, but the guy that kind of worked on it when he showed me it and we were doing it, I was just like, damn, we've had all these like little boosts where the effects are just kind of on the character, and then he showed me like the Galahad thing with this huge glyph underneath him, and I was like, that's so sick. So as soon as he was in the game, I was like, I'm going to use him. And then you kind of feel bad because when he released, everyone was kind of really mad about the boost and said it was
really
unfair.
strong.
And I was stubborn because I was like, yeah, but he has, a very short range attack and one of the worst traps in the game. So, it's fine.
You know what's not funny? So around that time, I was like making like little animations for the characters, like attack animation or their boost. And actually, fun fact, that was one of the character when I was like making the circle around his 2D render. It was so much fun doing that.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. I remember that one. Yeah, that
funny,
was really cool.
Sachi, one of my friends, she draws everything for me, and then obviously I edit everything with Adobe Animate and Premiere. But that was fun. That was super fun to make. I actually like it.
And there's one more. Any guesses before I tell you?
I can guess.
I'm trying to think about it.
I have no
I think
idea.
it's like a sports character related. Am I getting close?
No.
Is it lunar themed?
No, not Luna themed. Let's go. Imagine someone who's kind of a meme. Everyone
Chuck?
kind of not that much of a meme. He's never getting booked. Leave it alone.
Lego Eggman?
No. Oh, I'll put you out your misery. Okay.
All right.
Who's a knight who has a wicked sword in his render and then never uses it?
Chrono Silver?
Oh, Chrono
Yes!
Silver.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
I just I mean, his design's cool. I've seen some of the memes when he came out. Someone made, I can't remember, but we saw a meme that was so incredible. Like 3 or 4 of us in the office were like watching it and laughing. And I like getting into a race and seeing if it not only surprises players when they like, oh, what's this? Because of the little HARDlight symbol next to the names. It's like you're racing a dev. It's like that surprise of like, oh, there's a dev in my race. But then the further surprise of, oh, damn, someone's using Chrono. And I spawn as many clones as possible without like, I'm sure maybe Ultra I've shown you the screenshot of when we changed the number in the data just for fun on the internal builds and we spawned about 20 clones in one go.
I remember that. There were so many of them.
I can't remember if I shared it in the main Discord just as like a look what we can do. But yeah, he's kind of cool. I got a little soft spot for him. So
Nice. Yeah, very, very cool. Well, actually, Simmie skipped over one of my questions.
Oh, I did my bad. Go ahead.
That's all good. So my question is, what is your personal favorite Sonic character?
It's obviously not related to Just Forces, right? It's just Sonic Universe we're talking.
Yeah.
That's how I took it. Yeah. Okay. So, even though in my advanced age, I am actually a younger sibling, so I'm always player 2, which probably understands why Tails is one of my kind of favorites growing up because I'm always on the second controller. I'm always Tails. But since Sonic 3 and onwards, like, once the Knuckles came out, it's like Knuckles is kind of cool. And then the movie came out and Idris voiced him and he had some of these amazing lines and like the little comedy moments that made me chuckle. I was like, yeah, Knuckles is just dope.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of it's kind of like you to like Knuckles. I don't know if that makes sense, but it does feel like you would like Knuckles.
Yeah, I know Demi was a huge Knuckles fan, so
Yep, he was.
Yeah, he.
Mhm.
I say was. He's not dead, you know. He's still alive.
Oh, no, I mean, like, he is. Yeah, he is.
Of course.
But yeah, those are the main two for sure.
Nice. The classics.
Yeah, it feels like, okay. So my question, it feels like you did kind of like answer it a little bit. There could be another character, but like it feels like you partially answered it. Who is a character you play tested that made you really want to play the game when that character released?
I mean, again, I'm sorry to cheat and have multiple answers. I'm hoping
That's
this is
fine.
going to be okay. I mean, the blanket answer is I kind of like keeping an eye on every character's release when they go into the game. I want to unlock them myself on my own sort of personal account and not the internal testing account. But I think pure excitement, like Infinite's debut event, like his reveal and like him being the first challenger, like the things we were doing with him, like putting the music on and having like this boss bot, like everything was sort of really different around that time. Like it just felt special.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then obviously as well seeing like how people took the little changes we did for certain items that, you know, may or may not have used those cubes beforehand and we had to edit them.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was the confusion. Now they're like replaced with confusion mine and confusion boost.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you know what's funny? I remember people was like, whenever like when Infinite was coming out, I remember people were saying like, "Is that the dev? Like, who what is that?" Like, was there like any devs where like they was actually like using that version of Infinite in the lobby?
Not at the time, no. The sort of the glitchy fake bot, which I've only just recalled now, is like technically a separate character. And I think only Sean has used it.
Yeah, I've played Party Match with him before, and he used that like Cube Infinite against me, and I was like, "Oh, you can do that!" I had no idea.
He was just like, "I'll do it." I don't think he does it on like actual live races, but things like the Party Match with you or like, you know, just messing around, he might just jump on one time. I think he's so low on trophies that he doesn't really match with many people on the actual Discord, so he's too busy. He's too busy, man. And then another one again. It's a challenger again, but Surge. Like, yeah, her earliest playtests, she was kind of nuts. Like, even when she released, she was a little bit nuts. But like the early playtests that didn't obviously get to the live game, the initial thing, she had no cooldown.
I was just about to ask that. That was on my mind. I was like, did she have no cooldown?
Yeah, you can imagine, you know, 3 or 4 of us in the lobby all using her and all like spam, no cooldown. So like, I felt like because we brought in that cooldown mechanic, which is obviously for a good reason, I was curious to see how people would react when they have this whole thing of like, oh, if you hit someone, you can use it again. If you don't, you have to cool down and wait.
I'll say that's one of the best mechanics. Like
Yeah,
that was I love it.
Mechanic.
I love it.
Yeah.
The thing is, I always love. I wish every character has cooldown. I'll be quite honest, so that it's like. I wish like obviously rank was completely separate like from like party match. Like I feel like party match is like where everything can be chaotic and you just spam abilities just for funsy, right? But like in like super high competitive, I feel like if there was actually cooldowns for abilities where you have to like time yourself, it would have been like super cool. I love the whole Surge. Whoever thought of it, bro, kudos to them. Like of the whole cooldown thing, it's super a unique mechanic.
Yeah.
It gave me a chance to learn about like, I mean, most of my Sonic knowledge prior to joining HARDlight was again like the early Mega Drive stuff and some of the first sort of like 3D games like Sonic Adventure and Sonic Heroes, which I didn't really get on with because I don't like 3D Sonic ones. Sorry to whoever that disappoints. But when they said like, oh, we're going to do this character called Surge, I was like, I don't know nothing about them. So then you learn about who that person is, and then like, oh, they're meant to be like, she's created to match Sonic speed for speed. So it's like, right, she's going to have 10 speed. which I think only Sonic at the time had. And this is before the change to a triple digit stats.
I didn't know that. The more you know.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
I'm looking at the character stats right now. Sonic has 97 and Surge has 99. So Surge has more speed than Sonic.
Dang, he actually just pulled it. He just pulled up mid.
Oh yeah, I have that thing in front of me.
This guy. All right.
Came prepared,
Next
bro.
question. Is there a character design you think is really cool or stand out from your perspective?
Yeah. I'm gonna give you two on this one. I've been less spamming with my answers, but way back. So the earliest one I can remember, like, oh my god, this is insane, was Reaper Metal Sonic. Like the artwork that Bunzerka did for like him, with like the action figure toy box kind of thing. As soon as she showed me that, and like that was posted on the socials, I was like, this is nuts, man. This looks so cool. And then the character, like just locking in the little details of the character in the game when he came out, it's kind of neat. I like the Halloween stuff. And then the newest one, I already touched on it, saying about not being such an NFL guy. I'm such the proper football guy. Striker Sonic is just everything about him. Like I'd already kind of moved off the project when we were developing him, but because of his theming, I was adamantly like dipping a toe back in all the time, being like, oh, can I see things? Can I see things? Can I help? Can I do this? And I was like, I just want him to be the best he can be. Like, oh, this looks really cool.
That's fair.
Yeah.
His mechanic is very unique and cool. Like the whole goal that was like actually brilliant. Like that's another like a character that was like really well made.
Yeah.
I was even pestering like the guy we have doing all the like the YouTube videos and the TikToks and stuff, like all our video editing. I was pestering him, being like, oh, what if we did a meme? I don't know if you guys will know it, but obviously Lionel Messi, that audio of where he's dribbling, and then there's like a Spanish commentator who's just like Messi. And I was like, can we do a video of just Striker dribbling the ball and just have that over the top, even if it's just for a quick TikTok and not on the official YouTube, just something stupid for a bit of fun. And it was just like, please. Like it didn't come to light, but I was like, oh, I'd love to do it, and I'm too lazy to do it myself. So
Yeah.
So you know what's funny? Speaking of design, shout out to my to Berserker for creating such a masterpiece of Idol Shadow. Like such
the costume and everything.
The costume. Oh my! Like the glasses and everything. Yo, peak. Actually, peak. Like she always cooking when it comes to those design. Like bro, actually.
Yeah,
peak.
you can't deny that.
Especially the Cowboys too. Peak.
Yeah, it's great to see. Like
the Sheriff Sonic one is one of my favorites of all time. Sheriff Sonic was peak.
Yeah, his design's cool. And then we obviously got Outlaw off the back of it to join in. Yeah, so the concepts from Bunzerka and then going to like the other artists doing like the 3D models and stuff, like when things are confirmed and like bringing that concept to life is like so cool.
Oh, you actually watch, like you ever like sit there behind them, like working on the 3D models and stuff?
I not like religiously. I may have sort of poked my head up when Striker was being doing a thing. There was definitely an artist where I was like, "Are you doing Striker?" And he was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Can I see?" And he was just like, "Yeah, man." And he's like, he likes some of the old, like there's an anime about a soccer guy. I'm going to butcher its pronunciation, so I'm not even going to try. But he likes that anime and stuff. So he was like, obviously, you can get some inspiration from that. But yeah, he was sending me like updated renders and then like the outfit and like how it looks and textured and stuff. And I was just like, just sending me little pictures here and there. And I was just like, man, I don't want to call him my son, but yeah.
I remember when you were talking to me about him, and you said like you were really excited for his release because you liked his design a lot, and like his theme.
Yeah, definitely. And now it's not the same. I've peaked now. Everything for me is downhill from this. So
Yep. All right, this one I remember. I think we talked about this before, but I'll hear it again. What was one of the funniest or most memorable bugs you encountered when playtesting characters?
Yeah, I know you've sent me a few over the years.
Yep.
To the point where today I was remembering the one you sent me of Mephiles going into his boost, and then when you jump while boosting, his little head would just pop out of the puddle when it wasn't supposed to. So just talking like strictly playtesting, there's one that's not playtesting, which was the dark spine speed bug. Like when people on the game found that and sent the videos over, I was like, this is insane.
You would like finish a recent
a little bit funny to me, and I was just like, damn. Yeah, but that was like just broke off the back of something else. But if we're talking like strictly from like internal play tests or just like individual testing on an internal build, there's a few. I've made some notes. I've looked back at some old stuff today. I've gone down memory lane through the old bug system. We had one time Chownado stopped working, stopped spawning the mine, and if you push the button to drop the mine, you would just mini boost.
That's actually crazy.
Having to like drop the mine and hit someone with it to get the boost, it was just like, yeah, just push this for a mini boost. I mean, obviously in today's day and age when mini boosting is more of a thing, I think this was back in the day where it wasn't so prevalent.
Oh, so she would have been like the best character in the game.
Yeah, she would have been absolutely cracked by then.
Would the trap still like be on the track while she get the mini boost as well? Okay.
No, it would just not spawn the mine. You would just get a free mini boost just for pushing the button.
Oh, that's
crazy.
That's like Surge, right? Pretty much like Surge if you think about it.
Yeah, which no cooldown. Yeah.
That's crazy. Or you just do nothing, just spam the button. If you have a boost, you just win the race.
I don't think that ever made it to the live game, but you know, other people that have been playing for a long time might hear this and say, "Yeah, that did. I remember that happening." But, Valentine Rouge, after she was made, other characters kind of inadvertently stole her bow and arrow firing animation, like where she fires the arrow off for her projectile. I don't know what happened, but like there was a bunch of other characters who would just do it as well. So when we were testing the first builds with her in, say you were like Shadow throwing up a storm cloud, he'd just do the bow and arrow thing, and then the storm cloud would go up. He just wants to feel involved. Yeah, but like that's just that 100% an example I remember is 100% storm cloud. So Shadow would have done it.
That's funny.
Yeah, Valhalla Surge. Her boost.
Oh god! Oh boy!
Had no gravity. Yep. If you jumped while boosting, you would just stay in the air. Pretty cool.
I think you told me about that. But like when you were boosting, you were just in the air and you couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, I may have sent you the screenshot a long time ago. I can't remember.
Like you could hit the ground even when the boost is like.
I think when the boost ended, maybe. But while you were boosting, if you jumped, you just stayed up.
Yeah.
Oh, so she had flight.
you would just be you would be running in the air, surrounded by shields.
When she was being played, she had like 6 bugs. She had like at least 2 bugs on every single item. It was crazy.
You should see the ones that never made it into the game because we fixed it before release.
Oh god! I remember I was thinking about it. I was like, so if Valhalla Surge release was like 6 bugs, what was it like in playtesting? I think I asked you that once.
Yeah. No, I mean, it took a lot to iron out, but there was some very specific things. And you can imagine the playtest where, 3-4 of us all using her in the same lobby, just throwing axes. You don't know whose axes are whose.
You just run into like the random axe and get hit.
Yeah, just like, is this mine? Am I going to rethrow it? No, I don't know.
Just have to guess.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll give you 2 more, and you can decide which is the funnier of the 2. There's a time where on one build we had, no matter what character you picked, when you went into the race, you would just be Sonic. And then once the results hit, it would show you who you'd picked. So, I picked Knuckles, go in a race, I'm Sonic, and then on the results screen it's like, yeah, you were Knuckles, this is where you came.
What caused that bug? Like, what made that happen?
This is a lot. This is like 2023, so it's already like 3 years ago.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Maybe 2 years if it's 2024. But yeah, it was just there happened to just be a build where it just happened. Like there's times where engineers will use this word refactor, and I don't think I touched on it earlier when we say what I do, but if it hasn't been obvious from talking about test builds and play tests, and I'm senior QA on Sonic Forces, so a lot of like individual testing away from play tests, like of everything in the game. So like a new offer, an event, any character, or if an existing character breaks, or then like covering live what's broken on live. And obviously we don't have time to check every character per release, hence why some things break. But yeah, the build didn't last very long. This word refactor, like when something happens, like, oh, we've refactored all power-ups, that means I have to sit and go through all power-ups on a build.
Oh boy.
Nothing breaks.
I remember when like the level 20, we were talking about like the level 20 when you guys were making it, you had to like go through every single like upgrade with every item with other people. Oh, that must have been really long.
I wasn't on my own for that. So if we're talking like COVID time, like 2020, I was like alone. And,
Oh
like,
boy.
Man.
trying to test 4 players on my own with 4 devices, it's just not easy.
You had to do that? That's crazy.
Yeah, time to time. In 50, like 1v1 with 2 devices, a lot easier. But testing 4-player lobbies on my own was just a case of, well, you can all. Someone's coming last because you're going to get no attention. And then I'll leave you with this bug that I think was funny. Warrior Shadow, if you hit someone with his boost, like the slam of his boost, and then later on you use the boost again and slammed, but like, you know, the other person was nowhere near you, you would actually still affect them.
That's crazy.
I've heard of it somewhere.
So it's kind of like tagging someone and just like, you're going to get hit no matter what, no matter where you are. If I've hit you once, you'll always get hit.
I don't feel like
That's
that.
actually
I don't feel
mad
like,
funny.
I don't feel like that should be a bug. You should probably give it to him. I
Oh,
don't know.
of course you would say, of course the Shadow Blazer would say that.
It's no longer a bug, it's a feature. Let's just buff Warrior Shadow.
Warrior Shadow's like
Some
top 0 now.
insane levels of gatekeeping, bro.
Imagine like you're in 4th, like trying to catch up to a mini booster and you hit someone. That guy is never catching up again.
Better hope your boost is invincible. Else you're cooked.
I do think that bug is funny. Like it's like one of these games where like you hit someone with like a target attacks and they take like extra damage, except you just keep damaging them again.
Wait, would it forever be tagged or just like one time? Like do you get hit like twice?
I'm pretty sure from how we wrote it, looking back on it earlier today at work, it was as long as you hit someone one time, you would do it again later on in the race. Obviously, I'm not going to be in first, being able to do a boost because you're always going to pick up a shield. But that was the thing of.
You know, never mind. Oh, never mind. All right.
I was thinking, like, now that I think about it, Warrior Shadow's boost actually could last long enough so that right as you start the boost, you could slam, and by the end of the boost, the iframes of the character being hit runs out, so you can hit them twice with the same boost. That's crazy.
Almost as bad as hitting people more than twice with Sheriff.
Oh yeah. I know what you mean.
Is that stirring some bad memories for you?
I had a race where I hit someone with like all 3 attacks of Sheriff Sonic. I don't think they like that very much.
You know what's even more funny? When Sheriff is locked up in his own trap and his lasso still grab people.
I do that. I still do that a lot. That's something you can do.
There was actually a bug with Sheriff in testing where if someone was shielded and you hit them with the lasso, or maybe it was Ninja SPO because they're both very similar. It was one of the two. If you hit them with the attack, and they were shielded and they blocked it, you would still get a boost. So thankfully, we ironed that out real quick because that
would have been really crazy. Right?
That's not supposed to happen.
There was one time I was thinking, imagine if there was a bug where if you like use like Ninja SP or Sheriff's Projectile and hit a bad nick and it gives you a speed boost. Imagine how crazy that would have been.
Ooh.
Yeah, at first I thought that was the case and I was like, oh, then I thought about it. I was like, that would be pretty OP.
Yeah, that would be pretty broken because you're just gonna mini boost for free.
Sorry, I've just had a brainwave. I've just remembered another bug, which is an entire reason why there's a track no longer in the game.
Oh God, tell me about it. Is it okay? Let me guess. Is it that one track that had like the pit with Eggman? Like something about that, I think.
100%. Yeah.
Yep, I knew. Yep, I remember. Yep, I remember. All right, go on.
So Eggman's ability to not fall down gaps was fine on the tracks. You know, you have a small gap on these like green hills ones. You just float over them. That's fine. There was I can't remember the track's name, but it's like, you know, like the Red Ribbon City. There was like a section of 2 lanes, and then the other 2 cut off, and there was a big gap that if you jumped over these barriers, you would just fall, and you would respawn on like the 2 lanes to the left of you and to carry on. But when Eggman did it, because he couldn't fall, initially the game would just crash.
Oh wow.
And then when we ironed it out to say it doesn't crash anymore for this particular part of the track, like maybe Eggman can fall, it's different. Because his ability means he can't fall, there was never any sort of animation made for falling down gaps. So when we were testing the fix and you would go over this gap, Eggman would just T-pose and then fall. And then we brought in more characters that have like flying boosts, like Lancelot and everyone else, and it's just like everyone else is having this same thing of like, oh, I'm flying, and it's like, well, you're over this huge gap, so it just became safer to just turn the track off.
I see. I think that track was like a highly requested track for it to come back. I think a lot of people wanted that track back.
It'd be interesting to see how that track handles those things now and characters and like supers going over it.
Oh,
they probably imagine T-posing while being
T-posing super solid.
They would all have some sort of fall animation, I assume. It's just Eggman. But yeah, it would. That's why if that ever comes back, there'll be like a little focus of
actually
test that track.
Well, Superform can't fall at all, actually. Unless you're
but when you come out of it, maybe that's supers should be fine then, because you would just fly.
Yeah,
because like same like.
Cause I know, like Infinite, he has flight, but he can still fall down. But supers, like I remember, I tried to like fall down like the gap.
You can't fall. You can't fall if you're super forming. You can't fall if you're in super form.
I'd have to try it out, see what happens. But I would have to get someone to resurrect that track somehow.
I mean, you would think maybe you could just have like Eggman maybe just float over the gap forever, but I don't know. Maybe that'd be kind of broken, you know?
Yeah. Or say Eggman can never go on this track.
That too.
That would require some sort of logic to lock out that track for a specific character. That's an engineer thing for bigger brains and more talent than me. So
I apologize that this section actually took a while. I like stuff like this, so that's why I was really curious.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay. All right. So next question. So this is a very important question. It's actually just know that your answer will determine for the whole Sonic universe. Just so you know, who you think will win in a fight, an all-out battle? Sonic or Chad, the great ultimate life form, Shadow the Hedgehog?
Okay, bro.
Only one right answer, by the way.
So this is a lose-lose for me. So I'm going to upset somebody somewhere, regardless of what I answer.
Mm-hmm.
And I could joke and say I'm probably contractually obliged to provide one answer, but it's not the case. I'm not actually contractually obliged. I think it would be close, but I will always say it's going to be Sonic.
Yes. Saying that, Simmie. All right.
No, okay, listen.
Don't want to anything from.
Even though when he removed his inhibitors, you really think Sonic is still going to compete?
Well, he wins people if he can't beat them in a fight, he wins them over. Look how many enemies have turned into friends.
You're right. Talk no juicy.
Sonic always wins.
Yeah, you're right.
Sit
Nah,
down,
you're
Simmie.
right.
Sit down, Simmie. I don't want to hear from
Listen,
you again.
listen.
Nope,
He got
nope,
to talk
nope,
no jutsu power, bro. That don't count.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no,
if we
no.
talk about the Shadow the Hedgehog side game on PlayStation 2, then technically Shadow would win because he has a gun. But,
Oh yeah,
you know,
I remember this
Not
story.
Agree with
anymore.
that. All right, our final question. Is Sonic your favorite video game franchise, or are there other like games/franchises that you like or enjoy?
so not to upset anybody when I say no, it's not my favorite. There are obviously fond memories of my youth playing, again, the Mega Drive stuff. And even the Game Gear stuff. Most people in the Discord that hear this probably don't even know what a Game Gear is, so let's gloss over that. I'm more of a Mario fan, which, you know, I grew up during the Sega versus Nintendo feud, but even that's more restricted to the early stuff. Like Super Mario Brothers 3 is my favorite game of all time.
Nice.
Wait, that's the one with Yoshi, right?
That's Mario
That's
World.
World.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Mario 3 is like, you know, the bright yellow box, Raccoon Mario's on the art.
Yeah.
It was on the the Game Boy Advance, it was technically Super Mario Brothers 4, but it's just a remake of 3 from the NES, but ported to a Game Boy Advance. I have a Mario and Luigi tattoo. I have no Sonic tattoos.
Oh, wow.
Just clarifying that. Yeah, other franchises, we're talking like Pokemon, from like red, blue,
Oh, yeah.
gold, silver, up to ruby, sapphire. Anything past that, I'm kind of like, it's too much. Like, there's too many Pokemon now. We need to stop.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Obviously, from my name in the Discord server and profile picture, it should come as no surprise that I like God of War.
Yes.
Like the initial PlayStation 2 one, as well as like the newer ones from PlayStation 4 and 5, with Old Man Kratos. And then, you know, Astrobot, I got given a copy of that, tried it out, and it was one of my favorite. I couldn't put it down. It's just, if that
Such a
game
great game,
spawns
dude.
more, yeah, if that brings more sequels and more games, like, other than like, you know, Astro's Playroom, the VR thing, like actual Astrobot 2, or, you know, we start this whole chain of this platform, this cute thing. It's like, I'm getting it because it was just so damn good.
Yes.
That's fair.
Yeah, so that must mean you got super excited when they announced the new God of War, right?
The one with Laufey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His wife?
Not Laufey, that's Loki, sorry. His wife, forgotten her name. But yes, I am not like most of the internet crybabies who don't want to play as a woman. I'm happy. The game
Wait, that's
looks
the
cool.
thing? I didn't even know that was even the.
Exactly.
It looks so
man.
good. I don't know.
It looks
crazy.
good. It explores other mythologies, teaches you new things. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, I agree. When I saw it, I was like, wow, it's amazing. I'm kind of like interesting on the story. I don't want to spoil if anyone didn't play any of the God of War, but I'm really interested in the lore on that.
You'll get no spoilers from me.
I say I'm kind of similar to you, Odinson. Like, I also grew up with Mario, and I'm really fond of platformers because of that. Pokemon as well, but yeah, I would say Sonic is kind of like, you know, I love Sonic. I didn't really grow up with it as much, but it is yeah, I agree with you there. I can relate. You know.
Me too. Hot take. I don't like Sonic. I just like Shadow. If Shadow's in the game, I like the game. If there's no Shadow, I'm not interested.
But Shadow wouldn't exist without Sonic.
True.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying?
True.
Yes.
But listen, he's still the GOAT. He's like the Ronaldo, and Sonic is Messi. All right.
Oh, I need to change my
Okay.
answer then. So, you know, maybe Shadow does win.
But
Well-
yeah, I think that's gonna wrap it up for the interview questions. I want to thank you again, Odinson, for your time. This was really fun.
Yep.
and yeah, being up for this all together. And I just wanted to speak for the entire SFSB community when we say like just thank you for your work on the game through all these years. And even I think from my understanding, you've been like coming back from your other project to help work on like these balance patches and other stuff like that. So just want to say that's like much appreciated. And yeah.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me on. It's fun to do something incredibly different. Be no surprise, this is the first time I've ever been invited on any kind of podcast.
so first from both of us, yeah.
Yeah, it's also kind of cool to chat on voice with people that I've obviously communicated with over the years, purely on Discord. I've been chatting to Ultra a while. You've been sending me bugs over the years, and Simmie ever since you've been like content creating, and I'm always filling in for Nolly. It's like, but yeah, it's been fun. I'm looking forward to the episode coming out, and yep, I'll keep dipping my toe back into Forces. My knowledge is going nowhere. Like, if people within the company, who haven't been there for 7 years have questions, that's where my knowledge sort of gets retained, and I'll always have ideas, or I will for the balance stuff when lists go up going, hey, let's think of things. So
I see. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'll spoil you now and tell you for the one that we've just started to make notes of, I followed through on my promise when I said I'm going to push the agenda of making Zaz better and having him drop more stars.
Oh.
Whether it comes to fruition, I don't know, but this is something I've put as my suggestion. It's like let's bring it back.
I honestly think it will go through because Zaz isn't really that good anymore. I think it'll be fine.
Also, his stars despawn pretty fast too.
Yeah, it starts to despawn pretty fast.
Mm-hmm. Zaz had his time in the spotlight.
Yeah, make Zaz great again.
I don't think any buffs in that will make him great anymore. I think he's way too old for that.
He's not going to be as much of a menace as he was years ago. But
Yeah, he used to be like the menace back then.
But anyways, yeah, thank you so much for your time, and to the viewers watching, thank you so much for listening in. We will catch you guys on the next episode of the Pyro-Mine Podcast. See you guys.
See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.